Hey guys, it's Jay. Welcome back to the channel, Reboot Rust Garage. Today we're going to be working on the Buick GS with a 455. Got a lot to do. I want to hear this engine fire up today. That's the goal. Got to get the engine and tranny hooked up together. We're going to do the rope seal for the rear main, torque converter seal on the transmission. So hopefully I don't have to separate them for a long time. Got an oil pan gasket. We're going to be rebuilding the oil pump, doing the intake gasket, some valve cover gaskets, a bunch of other gaskets and seals, front shocks, just to finish up the whole front end already. So should be good. We're gonna hear this 455 rumble. Very excited for that. Real quick, big thank you to Jay and Justin. Can you hear me here? I like the mic, it's excellent, sounds great. So thank you for that. And yeah, here we go. Made a big order from Rock Auto. So we got a bunch of stuff. Gonna get the intake popped off first so we can get the intake gasket replaced. And we're gonna do also the valve cover gaskets while we're up here. Still has a factory intake, factory 4-barrel Rochester Quadrajet, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, sir. And this engine came out of a 71 Riviera. No, delete that. Okay. Just gonna pull the whole intake off with the carburetor and everything, as long as I can get to these bolts. Looks like I can. I painted the engine red. This is the original color. I was able to find the spray paint for it, the exact Buick red from 68 to 74, I believe. I may have to do a little touch-ups after doing all these gaskets. No big deal. I got 2 cans of it. I don't have any carburetor gaskets, so I'm just gonna break these loose with a couple wrenches, and then with my socket and a swivel, pop them off. One. I think these manifolds weigh something like 50 pounds, if I'm not mistaken. That's pretty heavy. So in the near future, maybe aluminum intake, get some extra power and some weight reduction. That'd be cool. Put that on my Christmas list. Back here. Excellent. Perfect. See. Good Lord, that is heavy. So this looks awesome. Very excited about that. No crazy buildup, just some little stuff, nothing major. Cam looks nice. Nothing crazy on the push rods. No major rust. When I got this engine, I did a compression test on all 8. Everything was between 140 and 150, so real healthy. Inside looks fantastic. I'm very happy to see that. No crazy sludge or anything out of the ordinary. All the push rods look nice and straight. One of them looks exceptionally clean, so maybe someone had been in here before recently. That's okay. We'll take a look with my bore scope down one of these plug holes, maybe number 1 when I go to retime it, and I'll show you guys how good it looks in there. Yeah, okay, it didn't slip, it was over tightened. That's what I saw through the oil fill hole. So yeah, right here, for sure it was leaking. But very clean. Hopefully same good news. Usually I think the oil fill and PVC side, or PCV side, is cleaner than the other side. So I'm not expecting it to be as clean, This one was over tightened and cut as well, so that was probably going to leak soon, or leaking already. I pressure cleaned this engine. Look at that. Very nice. I'm sure you've seen this a lot on Pole Barn Garage and stuff. And hey, if you're here from Pole Barn Garage, big thank you. I appreciate it. Can't thank you guys enough. If you don't mind, share this with your friends if you like it. If you like big block power, tell your friends about it. Share it, like it, subscribe, all that. Big thank you. Appreciate it.
Drop that.
Got the valve covers cleaned up, got the intake cleaned up, got the mating surfaces all cleaned up for the intake and for the valve covers. So now let's get this big block Buick spun. It's not gonna be friggin' easy, but here we go. I bought this engine stand recently and I had the option of getting the one with the crank. I didn't get that one, so let's see. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Gonna pop off the oil pan so we could do the oil pan gasket along with the rope seal for the rear main. And while we're here also, rebuild the oil pump. Got a new oil filter as well. I got some fresh oil. I don't have VR1 currently, but I'm just gonna run some oil through it, whatever I have there. I'm not gonna really drive it on that oil. It's just gonna be to clean it out and then I'll do a flush and then put the good oil when I go to drive it. All right. These are gonna be a little loose already because I did repair the dent that was in the pan the other day before I ordered these parts. And I wanted to inspect it, make sure the engine was good and no major chunks in there. That would be very bad. So far, I think this is gonna be a good runner. I think I'm gonna be very happy. And I hope it's gonna sound great because that's what I'm looking forward to. Some big block power and some big block noise. Yep, nice and easy. Clean, perfect. Very good. Check out how nice that engine looks. Probably has a newer chain. Looks great. Very nice. Super happy with that. It's not like a fresh rebuild or anything. It just looks fantastic. Luckily, this timing cover is in much better condition than the one from the Pontiac, so I won't have to be replacing that. That's nice. Gonna rebuild the oil pump now, and then we'll go ahead and do the oil pan gasket and the rear main. We'll go one step at a time. Oh.
Okay, one for 6, broken. I'll take it. Not too bad.
The hell was that? Oh. It was real stuck. All right. Okay. This is the kit I'm using for the oil pump. It's a high flow or volume. I got it on Rock Auto. It says oil pump not included in the listing. This looks like an oil pump to me. Very nice kit. Even came with new longer bolts because we'll be using a new plate here. Very nice. So this bolt, we'll just have to remove it. Shouldn't be too bad, a little bit of heat. And then I'm not very worried at all about this here. Not too worried. Okay. Sometimes a dab will do ya. So we'll see. A little tap on the aluminum. Just grab it and twist it. Grab and twist it. Yeah. Success. New gasket. We're using this. It's in good condition. I got the new spring in here for 70 psi of oil. There was an option for 60, but more is better. I went with the more. It's raining now. That's okay. We got a decent shelter. I'm gonna pop off the oil pickup tube and the cover so I can get to the rearmost bearing cap and see about that rope seal. I've never done one before. This will be my first time. I've only heard bad stuff about them. So hopefully it goes smoothly. Alrighty. Nothing stands out there. That's good. That's pretty tight. Stinky. Ooh. Not bad. Sweet. Not bad. That's old. Okay. Did a little bit of research on the YouTube, and rope seals suck, man. I'm gonna do my best. Usually goes well. Got the rope here. Put it in here. I found this for like an argon tank. It fits really well right here. So I think that'll help bang in the rope seal. And then apparently the one that's in the engine still, that's gonna be very fun. I got some fishing wire and a bolt to pull. So wish me luck. I know they sell a lip seal for this engine. I think it's for like a Ford 460, and it works in these. Why not a rope seal? If it leaks a little bit, I don't care. As long as it doesn't leak a lot, we're good. Ugh. I think that'll work fine. Trim it right here, trim it there. Golden. I have an assortment of picks. We'll see. Maybe if I push this one in, pick this one out. All right, went inside, took a little break. I'm gonna stuff paper back in here, and I rounded this pin. I'm gonna be careful, obviously, not to touch the crank. I'm gonna see if this works. I'm gonna stuff paper and hit it, and see if hopefully it'll come out through here, because I cannot grab anything. And also, I loosened all these, pried up back here a little bit, lift up the crank. So we're gonna see if that gives me enough room. And if it does work, we'll figure out how to get the paper out of there after. So that'll be fun. Stuff some in there. Kind of reminds me of like when you stuff bread or grease to take out a pilot bearing on the clutch, on the crank. But we'll see. Okay. We've been fighting this about 30 minutes after dinner. It's raining. I'm tired. I'm not gonna get this running today, but I am gonna get the rope seal completely out and the new one pulled through. This is, I think, the last piece here. Maybe not. Maybe? I think I got it. Woo! No, there's more. Ha ha ha. Yes. We did it. Give me 5. Mm-hmm.
Give Papa a high five.
Give me 5. Good baby. Got the string fed through. I'm gonna tie it here a few times. Somehow. Okay. Ooh, I almost pulled that through. Oopsies. Ha. Get back on this side. There we go. Ooh. Then, let's see. Maybe I'll trim it. I could almost guarantee this is gonna slip on me. Okay, I'm done for today. I had a good night's sleep. Worked today, and I'm back home. Had some dinner, put my clothes back on. I'm gonna try this again. I'm getting this in tonight. I'll at least do the rope seal, probably the oil pan, maybe some other gaskets, and just progress. Had some nightmares about this, but I've also came up with some new patience, maybe some new ideas. We shall see. I'm gonna try a different way of tying this. I'm gonna make a little knot here first, and then I'll tie the rope nice and tight to it, and then hopefully we could pull through much easier. We'll see. So I gotta feed it a little bit first before I try pulling it through. That's gonna be fun. It's a very small little groove. Obviously I don't want to damage the crank. Start it in there. Oh, stinky. Seriously, how do you even start this? I cut it nice and short here, hoping that it'll pull it through easier and not get flared out and stuck on the tiny triangle. So we'll see. Oh, it's gonna break right now. There's just no way this is possible, dude. A little something. What a nightmare, man. I'm gonna try something here. I made a little funnel with some can, and we're gonna see if maybe it'll funnel in these hairs to go in. That would be nice. I condensed about 20 or 30 minutes of footage per session, so every time there's a round, that's about 20 or 30 minutes. This was exhausting. I'll probably never do one again, but we got it done. All right, new approach. I doubled the knot, or sorry, doubled the cable or fishing line. I'm doing that same knot that I had here. Just gonna pull through. Whatever this is called, feel free to comment on it. And I'm gonna hook it right here at the end of the black portion. And I'm gonna feed the white section first and see if hopefully it goes in. I think I see it coming up. Don't know why it's just getting stuck right there. Right there. Boom. I don't see how this is possible, guys. I think I just found out what's going on. Oh my God, is that I think that's a piece of paper still from last night. Oh boy, plugged in there. Let me get the hook and pick it out. Damn, we would have been able to pull through, I bet. Dude, this is insane. It is paper. God, dude, the freaking shop towel paper. You've got to be kidding me. How did I stuff so much paper in there? Wow. How was I even able to get the fishing line in there? Okay, tell you what. Yes, this is bullshit, but... Wow! There's still more. But I think this will make it possible, get out of there, to finally get the rope in there. Alrighty, so after pulling out that paper, took a little break, got this retied. Now that I know it's not going to be as tough to pull, I'm not going to go crazy with the other wire. I could probably just pull it through by hand, maybe just wrap it around the hammer or the mallet. I think we'll be golden. So let's just do it, see what happens. That damn paper. I don't even remember stuffing that much paper in it. It's amazing. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, please be good to me. Come on. Be good to me. God, I cannot get a good grip on this thing. It's close, guys. Oh my God. Yes. Oh, I can sleep in peace now. Wow. Oh my God, yes. Woo. Yes, sir. That's what you want. Got the rope seal trimmed on the block, and I got it trimmed here on the bearing cap. Got that all wiped down and clean. Gonna put some oil on the bearing and on the bolts, since I did pull them completely out. They're clean. A little bit of oil. Put some on the bottom of the heads. Perfect. There. Get right there. Here. Boom. Okay. I'm happy with that. Excellent. Wow. Boom. I got the pan on. I did silicone both sides, and I didn't tighten it all the way. I'm gonna wait until it dries more overnight, and then I'll snug them down more. I don't want it to squish the gasket or squish all that silicone out right now. So I just snugged them down till I saw some of the silicone coming out. And tomorrow I'll give them just a little bit more snug, nothing too crazy, and it should be good. I think we're on night 3 now. I got the oil filter here, got oil, and I got my very professional priming tool. There's a cut-off screwdriver on my drill. So we're gonna go ahead and prime the oil filter first, just fill it up with some oil, and then I'll dump, I think it's 4 quarts down in here. I'll double check the level later. And then I'll prime the oil system. Make sure we got oil to all the push rods and make sure everything looks good and nothing is funky. So here we go. There we go. You heard that? Woo-wee! Yeah, baby. Wow. Yeah. That is amazing how you could feel it once it finally primes. Look at those push rods moving and the lifters. This is the intake manifold gasket for this engine. It's got little grooves right here, so that when you push it down, it'll hook itself to the bottom of the head. It works okay. I got the water neck, but don't really have another place to grab on the back. Let's hope this goes well. Oh my God. I'm gonna have to go thicker on the wall for sure. There we go. Gonna put all the intake bolts back in, get them bolted down. And then I could lift the engine up with the engine lift. Put the flex plate on, starter on, crank it, see what it does. Hopefully we see oil here. I don't really want to start it until I see oil there. Got my chain and a couple hooks. Don't worry about the pad lock. I don't want to get the key right now, but it's not holding the chain or anything. Should be good. All right, she's up. Down she goes. Got my flex plate here. Got a little bit of Loctite. I like putting Loctite on the threads of these bolts. Better safe than sorry. Lots of vibration down there and so much power, man. Click. Got a new starter. The other one had some mice in it. Somewhere. There we go. And I'll still be able to get to the torque converter bolts, so I won't have to pull this off. That's great. Got the starter all hooked up now. Got a good ground and positive. I was having some issues and it came down to just bad wires. Got the number 1 spark plug out. I'm gonna crank it over until I feel compression. That's how I'll know it's on cylinder 1 compression stroke, so I could do timing. I'm gonna go ahead and time it while it's out, the spark plug. And yeah, we'll go from there. Drop in the distributor and wire it all up. Should be good. There it is. This engine came with an HEI distributor. I don't think it's original to the engine because this was not an option back in 70, 71, 72. So I'm gonna drop it in. I'll take the upgrade. Hopefully this doesn't fight me too bad. Want number 1 facing that way. See where I want. It fought me really bad, but I got it in, finally seated, free spinning, and it's right about where I want it for number 1. Let's keep on going. Got my bore scope here. I want to show you guys the inside of the cylinder number 1, and I want to show you that thermostat as well, the USA. So Here's the pistons at top dead. Well, can't see much. That's fine. See that thermostat. Look at that. Beautiful. See what we can see. I know it said it right there. Boom. USA. Very nice condition. Same thing with the water pump. Real clean inside. No crazy rust or anything. I'm very happy with that. Gonna put the #1 spark plug back in so we can have all 8 in. And then I'll put the cap on, start wiring it. I am missing 1 wire, so I'm gonna have to steal one probably from something out here. Maybe one of the junk cars. Got my flathead. All right, she's seated. And then, should we just fire it up? Man, I don't know. Let's see. Another long one. Still has it. 6, 5, 7. 184. 184. 3, 6. Not happy. Maybe over there. 6. Over here. There we go. Plug it in. Boom. Should be good. Plug this in, and then all we should need is battery power. To start. Okay. Let's get battery power on this and some fuel, and cross our fingers. Got my starter. We got this old fuel thing from when I used to do some Nitro RC racing. Made a quick little wire to go from the battery to the hot side of the HEI. And I got some gas. I'm gonna use this to feed, I'm excited. I'm gonna use this to feed the breather and fill up the bowl directly. Maybe not fill it, but just put some in there. And then I'll put some down the like actual carburetor into the intake as well. That's probably plenty. Yeah, that's good enough. Just want to hear it. Want to hear it fire, man. Before we hear this beast fire, though, you guys got to go and press like. You don't press like, I'm not going to fire it. All right. I'm going to just put this down here. All righty. Woo! Let's see. Oh my God. Oh! I should have ear protection. Oh my God, dude. Oh man. Very excited. Super happy to have heard that pop off like that. I don't really trust the chains or anything. I don't want to hit the flywheel on this metal here or none of that. So I'm gonna put the engine and tranny together. I'm gonna put it in the car and we're gonna pop it off again. Hopefully get it to idle and run better or longer. I mean, I am so excited. I'm super excited right now. I'm gonna pop the torque converter off, get that seal replaced so I can mate them together and just put it in the car. I'm not gonna bolt the flex plate to the torque converter. I don't want it to pump at all, any tranny fluid. So I'm just gonna do that and then I'll bolt them together later. Here we go. Hopefully that's enough. Probably is not. Okay, hey, all right, not bad. This fluid in here looks beautiful. That looks like a new seal. Huh. Wow, okay. I'm gonna replace it anyway. Well, I guess I'm not gonna replace that seal. This one that I got that is made for the Turbo 400 doesn't fit. So, alrighty, that sucks. It's a GM OE one. Hopefully the one that I bought for the output shaft seal is correct. At least I'll be 1 for 2. That's always nice when those go in easy. Probably put some 4x4s up in front by the crank area, the front of the crank. Alrighty. Yeah, for sure. Angle it down quite a bit. Maybe. You guys see it before me. Bring that back. Oh yeah, she heavy. Okay. One side in the dome. There we go. That'll bring itself in with a bolt. The only reason I did put this back together without doing the torque converter seal is because it really does look brand new. If I had a doubt, I probably would have just waited. Would have lost sleep, but I would have waited for sure. But now, it doesn't matter. I'm doing it. I'm gonna hear this thing. All right, I gotta put the motor mounts on the engine and then we could drop her in. I'll lift the body up off with my lift and we'll drop this in. So I work a lot on newer stuff. I'm not too familiar with this older stuff. So I'm just learning. It's not difficult, definitely different. Like anything, everything's scary once you don't know it. Once you learn it, you understand it, nothing's scary. Ah, not gonna break this one. I'm gonna drop it down, grab it, because this doesn't ratchet. Grab it there. And then I'll lift it after. There, that's good. Shouldn't move. There we go. That's better. I put the motor mounts in. These are actually the original ones, and I just painted them. The rubber looked fantastic, not a single crack. Very, very crazy. Nope, not original, made in Korea. This one might be. That one's not. Cool, I'll do the other side, and then we'll lift up the body. Huge thank you to Dalton from Pole Barn Garage for this wing. Man, I appreciate it. This thing looks badass. Every time I see it, it's motivating. I am very happy. Thank you. Let's get this car up. I gotta get some new casters for this thing. Whew, this is stinky. That's stinky count number 3. Whew. Ah. No good. Okay, let's drop her down. See where we're at. Not quite. Got that positioned better. I got both bolts started. They're not exactly coming out of the back yet, but if they're in the front, they should. So give it a little tap. Nope. Let's see what's up. The bolts are slid through now. I had to lower the transmission, remove the transmission cross member, and lower the transmission down so I can get those bolts to line up right in there. So now I'm gonna put the nuts, tighten them up, and this engine hopefully shouldn't come out for a long time. And I've got some great neighbors. I haven't had any complaints since I've been here. It's been about 5 years. It's like 9:30 at night right now, and nobody cares. Very happy. Oops, that's pretty tight. There we go. Everything's a hammer. Got a swivel here. Beautiful. All right, motor's bolted in, engine's bolted in. Excuse me. Ground, and we've got positive. Yeah, that should be good. Okay, tighten that up. Beautiful. Excellent. We have our starter wires, or switch, starter switch. Oh, that's gonna be fun getting in there. Dang. Fun. This for the ignition. Over here. Oh boy. I'll probably go underneath maybe. Wow. That's not fun. I should have put a wire on this before I put the engine in. I could drop the starter, but that's kind of excessive at this point. Okay, use the terminal to push one side. All right, there we go. On the neck here. All right, are we ready? I am. Where's the starter? Kill switch. Not kill switch, starter. Alright, she's alive. Still don't have oil up on the rockers. That's not good. Not sure what's going on. Fires up good, runs good. Firing on all 8 for sure. It's accelerating nice, but I'm not getting oil to any of the rockers. They have no oil. The lifters are pumped up, but it's just not going through the push rod into the rockers. I don't know why. I've had it running for about a minute and it still does it. I'm not sure what's going on. I'm gonna do some research, check a few things and go from there. I've been cranking it and running it for a bit. I finally got some oil out of the intake valve of number 1. So I'm gonna keep running it and hope that we get oil everywhere else. Here we go. If I can find my fuel, there we go. Sounds great otherwise. So we'll see. That one is oiling pretty good, but just that one. Don't know why, nothing else yet. We'll just keep running it, see what happens. Oops. That noise is the torque converter spinning because I have it loose. Oh my God, I'm so happy. Oh, I don't know if you can see that on camera, probably. Got oil all through here and mostly through here. I'm gonna run a bit more. Huge thank you for watching. I appreciate it. At the 455 running, rumbling, super happy. Big block Buick for the win. I'm gonna be doing valve cover installations on the next video, along with a few other smaller stuff. We'll just go from there. If you like it, please like. Throw me a comment. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you'd like to see. If you like the microphone, mention that. I just started recording in 4K on my phone. If you like that, let me know. Yeah, just any comments, I appreciate it. If you haven't already, please subscribe, share it with your friends. If you got somebody you think would like this kind of video or footage or commentary on cars, whatever, shoot them over here. Maybe we'll get another subscriber and somebody to enjoy these videos. I appreciate it. Thanks.